Hi, Go Getters. It's Coach Kim, the Chief Go Getter of Let's Grow Institute, where I inspire and equip people to achieve their personal goals with my execution plans. Welcome back to another Women Willpower Wednesdays video series. For today's video, I'll be talking to all my women business owners, and I'll be teaching you how to do it yourself or when to do it yourself and when to outsource in your business. So let's get started. Do it yourself, which has been like this new thing running around in business, or DIY. I just want you to know, if you don't take anything else from this video today, when you do things yourself, you need to make sure that you're operating in your strengths. So what does that look like? For instance, my strength is execution planning. I can do that with my eyes closed all day, every day for my clients. I don't like to say weaknesses, but the things that I'm not so good at is marketing or strategic marketing planning. And so what I've done recently instead of doing things myself, I've learned to outsource certain things. So for example, whenever I have an event, I have annual events, the Personal Growth Series here in St. Louis, Missouri, and then I also have an annual event called Lead in High Heels. And what I do when I have those events is actually pay somebody to make the flyers. So on a day-to-day basis, if I'm actually sending out different marketing digital tools on social media, I actually do those things via Canva because that's something small, that's minute, I can do it on my own. But if I'm actually planning a really big event, I pay somebody, right? And so I outsource those things because that's not within my strengths. And I want to make sure you know, if you are business owners, DIY is good. But when it comes to playing your strengths and playing the things that you're not so good at, don't be afraid to outsource. So what is outsourcing? Outsourcing as a business owner is actually paying somebody to do something for you in your business. And it's not, again, that it's not something that you probably can't do yourself, but you may not have time to do it. You may also not only have time, but when it realistically comes time, you may just not be good at it. So the two number one factors that I found as a business owner is that I don't have time to do those things, or I'm not good at doing those things. So I outsource it. For another example, when it came to building out my website, I tried DIY, right? Like when I was a new business owner, I set up my WordPress and I got my website going. But I tell you, if you look at my website back in 2014 when I started my business, and you look at it now, you will definitely know there was a difference between DIY, which is doing it yourself, and actually outsourcing and paying somebody to actually build your website. So that's just a simple nugget. If you are new at starting your business and you think that, oh, I can build my website up for myself, go ahead, girl, do it. However, if you know that's not your strength, and if you know that's not something that you're really talented at and doing, do not be afraid to outsource. Let me be honest, outsourcing isn't cheap, right? But there is a way that you can outsource different things in your business at a reasonable price. So my advice to you will be actually to get some quotes from different people. So for instance, if you're trying to build out your website, maybe call different people. Sometimes you don't even have to call them. You can like send an email or send a DM and just kind of ask them what their price points is, and you find the website builder that fits your budget. Okay, so outsourcing doesn't always have to be expensive, and that's what some people think when you're a business owner. Another thing I want to share with you is not only when you outsource, you think about money, but you also have to think about craft, right? So oftentimes when we DIY, it doesn't always look up to the best standards. But when you outsource to an expert, somebody who's really good at what they do, it looks like it's been done by an expert, right? And sometimes we hear different messages and people trick us into DIY, but I'm telling you, it's nothing wrong with doing things yourself. When you do things yourself, you need to be willing to put in the work and the effort that it's going to take to study your craft, right? So if you want to build a website, I'm not saying you can't build a website. I'm just saying study your craft enough to make sure that your website look like an expert did it. You become the expert when you do it yourself, because doing it yourself, it takes up a lot of time because you have to learn how to do it, right? And then not only does it take up a lot of time, but you're going to have to become an expert in that. So if you have time, then definitely do it yourself, grow your business the way that you need to. But if you do not have time and you do have a little money to spare to actually invest in different services in your business, I am going to encourage you to outsource, to actually find those experts in those fields or in that particular field that you're interested in to help you grow your business. Another example I want to share with you, very recently I hired a virtual assistant. I was literally at a networking event, and some of my business partners and or friends that I hang out with, they knew that I was looking for a virtual assistant. And so they was like, have you met Coach Kim? She needs a virtual assistant. She has a project that she's interested in. You need to meet her. And I am just so thankful for my friends who reached out to this young lady at this networking event. And we instantly clicked. We set up a schedule, and when I tell you, I was like blown away about the work that she did with my MailChimp account. I had so many different email lists, guys. Like, I'm not lying. I had so many different email lists, and I needed to get those combined. And I just did not have the time. When you're a business owner, and remember, I work a 9 to 5, right? So I work a 9 to 5. I run a full-time business, and it is so important. Time is so important for me. So I hired a virtual assistant to get a project done for me. It's okay to hire somebody, to hire an expert to get things done. You need a budget in your business. And if you set a budget within your business, you're going to know how much it's going to take or in cost to outsource certain things in your business. Now, don't say Coach Kim was telling me I need to outsource everything in my business. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're serious about doing things yourself, become the expert in those things in your business to make sure that things are seamless, okay? Make sure they're seamless. But if you're not interested in doing it yourself because that's not your strength, you're not even interested in whether it's marketing, website building, it can be any thing as simple as sending an email, right? Maybe you need to outsource that. Maybe you need a virtual assistant because you're busy dealing with other things in your business and you want to hire somebody, whether it's for a short term, long term, it just kind of depends on your business. Most of the people that I work with, whether it's on contracts, is short term because most of the stuff I do in my business, I can do it myself. But when I don't have the time, I'm not afraid to pay for it, right? So you have to put your money where your mouth is. Don't be afraid to pay for things in your business to help your business grow. So again, there's a time and a place to do things yourself, and there's a time and a place to outsource. I am Coach Kim. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video, and I hope that you like this, comment, share. Please make sure that you subscribe to this video, Women Willpower Wednesdays, and I will see you next time.